Hi, it's Jay Lamb and Nick Pond from Lemons HQ. We have just returned from the B.F.E. GP at High Plains Raceway, Denver, Colorado.
And for this race, we brought back a lot of classic penalties, including the Macho Man, where you dress up as the village people, dance the Macho Man, and the Bob Ross Award, where you put on the afro and you paint happy landscape scenes on the hood of your car. Those are classic penalties. We brought them back for this. That was hella sweet.
That was hella sweet. You know what else was hella sweet? We had a team do a fantastic homemade set of Futurama costumes, and they worked those things all weekend long.
Now, on the other hand, we had this team that had a Camaro. The Camaros are terrible in Lemons, and these guys brought this car to prove that they aren't terrible, and they wound up doing something where they were driving a Chevy Astro van across part of their car to fix it. It was butt terrible.
It was hella butt terrible. However, what was not butt terrible but should have been, we had a giant storm rolling out of the Rockies, blew stuff all over the place, shut the race down. We had lightning bolts hitting the track. That was actually hella sweet.
Hella sweet. But to get to the track, we had to drive like 500 miles. And every morning it was like an hour driving out to this place, hour to get back. It was butt terrible.
Yeah, it was butt terrible. Let's move on. Speaking of butt terrible, to the winners of this race. Here they are. Who cares?
On to more interesting things. The heroic fix goes to Team Eleforce, whatever the hell that means.
No idea.
They had a Suzuki Swift. There were parts of that thing, clutches and transmissions, just sort of scattered about. We decided to stay away because it looked scary, but they sort of kept going. Heroic fix.
Yeah. Now the opposite, the I Got Screwed trophy. This was Moss Isley Motorsports. Over the course of a whole week, they managed to blow up their street car and 2 race car motors. Very bad.
The special award for this race was the NFL award, which instead of DFL, which stands for dead last, this is not last. There was a terrible Mustang and a terrible Datsun 280Z, and they were battling back and forth to not come in last. And at the end, the Mustang, we did 7 laps, we win. So they got the NFL award, Eliminator's Mustang.
Yeah. The judge's choice was Speed Holes Racing. Really, they sewed this up with their terrible Marlin because they spent the 3 weeks before the race not prepping their own car, but somebody else's car because they were nice, and then their own car sucked.
Organizer's choice, this was really an easy decision. The same guys that did the Futurama costumes. Their car is a Renault Force EV, which you probably haven't heard of. It's got a Volkswagen Fox drivetrain, which you're sorry that you have heard of. It's combined into one. As if that wasn't enough, they cooked us all a fantastic chili dinner for Saturday night at the race. Easy organizer's choice.
Very well deserved. And that takes us to IOE, and that is the aforementioned terrible car that Speed Holes was working on. That was this awful ex-Speedy Cop Pacer. The thing was so bad that for a tire upgrade, they took these 30-year-old radials, mud and snow radials, off of Judge Phil's van, and that was an improvement. Every time they burned out, the wheels got shinier. That thing was just awful, and yet they went around and around and around, finished the race, IOE.
And that does it for the B.F.E. GP at High Plains Raceway, so we'll leave you with Lemons in a nutshell.